And I just paid the bill and walked out of the restaurant, and I texted him. So I texted him, the check is taken care of, you should have gotten the cheese. And I blocked him.
Hi there, I'm Coach Kenneth.
And I'm Coach Victoria.
And in this video, we're going to be looking at a video where some guy was ghosted by a woman over cheese on their first date. You know, people can be very unusual in their approach to dating, and they have all these different thoughts and beliefs about how a date should go or what you should do on a date. We talked about the guy that asked the woman on the coffee date.
Oh, yeah.
And she said, well, she has different views on dating and blew him off. So you don't know what people are thinking or feeling. So this is why we say you got to slow down when you're getting to know somebody. You might be attracted to them and there might be a nice chemistry, but you don't know if you're going to be a good fit. And, you know, how many times do you hear about women that are hearing from guys that are proposing before they even meet?
Yeah.
You're so beautiful. I love you. I want to have kids with you. Love bombing them, right?
Yeah, it happens all the time.
They don't even go on a first date. Go on that first date. Let's see if you can get to the second date. This is a really interesting video. What do you guys think about her mindset?
Yeah, we're about to see. This is going to be the real reasons relationships fail. And this is cheese.
Cheese.
Cheese is the reason.
The cheese edition.
As a vegan, I endorse this message. All right, let's see what they have to say.
Guys, I just got back from a Hinge date. Why am I doing this to myself? So we scheduled to go to dinner. We are sitting at the restaurant. Seems very nice. Not a catfish. Things are going well. And the waitress comes over. She wants to take her order. And I said, okay, I'm going to take the branzino. And he said, I'm going to take the burger. And the waitress asked him, okay, how do you like your burger? He said how he likes his burger. And do you want some cheese on your burger? And he asked, is this going to be extra? And she says, yes, it's $3 extra. And he said, okay, then never mind. Over there, and I'm like, what the actual? I'm like, okay, I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat my branzino and see what happens. And he's like, oh my god, you have to pay extra for everything these days. And I'm like, yeah, it's New York City.
To be fair, they're in New York City. You know, you kind of expect to walk into a place and walk right out without doing anything and get charged.
Yeah. Did you want a napkin with that? That's $11.
Yeah, right. Did you want to breathe the air in this establishment? That's going to be an extra $5.
Okay. So, all right. Listen, everybody is frustrated with the way prices are right now.
Yeah.
And, you know, I could see why somebody would be like, oh, $3 for cheese. Maybe he's not a big cheese guy. You know what I mean? He's like, I'm lactose intolerant, but cheese sounded okay tonight. But I don't feel like paying $3 for violent diarrhea. So maybe that was his reasoning. I don't know. But I do think a lot of people are frustrated with how expensive everything has gotten. But let's see what happens here.
Okay.
So I got my branzino, he got his burger, we were eating. And once I was satisfied, I got up. And I was like, I'm going to the restroom for a second. And I took my purse and I went to the waitress and I was like, hey, I just want to pay the bill. And I just paid the bill and walked out of the restaurant. And I texted him. So I texted him, the check is taken care of, you should have gotten the cheese. And I blocked him.
Oh my gosh. And blocked.
Quite a turn, right?
So we got no cheese and no girlfriend. That's a lose-lose.
Wow. I mean, unbelievable. Like, to walk out of a date and, I mean, listen, at least you paid the bill. That was nice, right? Yeah. He's probably like, man, I should have got the cheese. For real. She would have paid it.
Yeah, right? I can see, though, and hear me out, I can see her reasoning here because, you know, sometimes there's little behaviors that we see very early on that can indicate somebody's views or even values or beliefs on certain things. You could see he was being frugal. Is that a bad thing? No. But maybe her spending habits are different. I want to say I love how much she was into the branzino or whatever her meal was. She just kept saying, like, I enjoyed my branzino.
I was satisfied.
I was focused on the branzino. So I can hear what she's saying, too, where if you're on a date with somebody, you know, you want to be thinking about how they're making a good impression for you and how you're leaving a good impression on them. And so you want to be on your best behavior and show, okay, I can be generous with the person that I'm dating, but yeah, to walk out over not getting cheese, that's a personal
And just
choice.
to walk out, pay the bill, and ghost all
Right.
at once. Like, come on, it wasn't that big of a deal, right? I don't think that's a deal breaker. Okay, like, I just think it was rude for her to walk out and just block somebody. I just don't think you do that to somebody. Like, look, you could. There's a lot of different ways that they'd gotten through the meal.
Yeah.
She said he was very nice.
Yeah.
Right. Just finish the date and just let him know you're not interested.
Right.
Right.
Or if she's looking for somebody more generous, then, being able to say that. But it would be different if he had said, no, you can't get the cheese, if that was something
That's
she
true.
wanted.
No cheese.
Yeah, right. If they had said that it was
Don't
an
even think
upcharge for her, then I could see where that could be an issue, where she's saying, okay, well, we're going out on a nice date. You'd want to impress me, show me that you can take care of me, etc. But I could see here that this doesn't seem like a match. I wonder what she's looking for. I'd be asking her.
The head cheese.
She's looking for cheese. I'd be asking her what her expectations are in a relationship, what her view on finances are in a relationship, things of that nature. But him choosing to not get cheese on his own burger, whether it's because of a $3 upcharge, whether it's because he's lactose intolerant, whatever it might be.
I could see that. I could see that some people would be a little turned off by this. Do I think she should have just left, went to the bathroom, paid the bill, and blocked the guy? That's where it was like,
Yeah.
And then she doesn't even give him a chance to respond. It was just too immature to act like that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now every time he goes out, he's going to be traumatized. I better get the cheese tonight.
Yeah, right?
I got to pay that extra $3. I really didn't want to.
And she's going to be going out with somebody with like a rented Ferrari for the night, who's actually going to be driving a Honda.
Yeah.
So sometimes.
But gets the cheese.
But gets the cheese just on the first date.
Or maybe he'll get the cheese and disappear to the bathroom and let her pay the bill.
Maybe.
What do you guys think? Do you guys think, would you have walked out on a date that was somebody didn't want to pay for cheese, or complained about it? It was a minor thing. It was a minor
I wonder how
issue.
much the complaint was. If it did turn into, okay, now this is a negative conversation about the economy of the world right now,
It
then
didn't sound
I
like
could
it.
see that. But
It just seemed like he was just like, boy,
Yeah.
it's frustrating. You got to pay so much for everything these days. And a lot of people can relate with that, But, walking away from a date for something so small when she clearly said the guy was nice, they were having a good time, and just to let one small comment, ruin that, I just don't think it's a healthy view on dating or relationships or getting to
Yeah.
know somebody and all the other qualities they might have.
And there's something that I'm picking up on from the video of her trying to prove a point with this for him. And when we're going out on first dates, your intention, it shouldn't be to teach the person you're going on a date with a lesson. This is really about getting to know who they are. They probably have lots of reasons as to why they do things. They've lived an entire life before you've even met them. And so lead with curiosity, be open and willing to, hear somebody out and get to know them before making those quick judgments.
Yeah. And have you ever experienced anything like this where someone has done this to you on a date? Or have you ever walked out on a date like this because somebody said something or did something, you just left? I'd like to see what you guys have to say.
Has anybody else's relationship been destroyed by cheese? Okay.
Yeah, or
So we
some
want to know.
small petty thing, All right, so interesting one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let us know, share in the comments. If you want our help personally, you can do that on our website, scraig.net. I do email coaching and I do Zoom calls. Coach Victoria is also available for Zoom calls.
I'm here whenever you'd like to chat.
That's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth,
And I'm Coach Victoria.
and we will talk with you soon.